Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your random reading. And I have to say, Sag, with the exception of last night, I don't really, and y'all can, correct me. I'm not saying we're not interested in love, but what I'm saying is there seems to be more of an emphasis on goals, on achievement, on stability, because, of course intuitively you will see whatever you see in your messages, right? But what I can tell you about this reading is there is a lack of cups here. So this isn't about emotions for you, and that would also kind of point me to reasoning that this may not be about love. So I want you to keep that in mind when you're watching the reading. Yeah. And as always, if you're looking for personal readings, please check out the link in my description. It's always there for you. It's really interesting to me because when I asked what this reading was about, Sag, coffin came up reversed. And cross. Like there was something here that had a lot of problems involved with it. It was problematic, right? And with coffin reversed, though, you may have thought that you ended it, but I don't really think you did. I feel like you didn't make a decision to end this so much as you just moved on to something else. And I know you're saying to yourself, how is 1 and 1 equal 2, but or equal 3? But it does, because you didn't make a conscious decision towards this at all. I just feel like you, like I said, went on to something else, which is really interesting. Especially because the overall energy that came out on the bottom was Mars reversed, and Mars upright is when we really feel drawn to take action. And I feel like this is something that you just stopped taking action on. So it wasn't like you clipped it, ended it, said, I'm not doing this anymore. You just stopped taking action on it. It is basically what I'm seeing. I do, maybe you didn't feel the passion for it anymore, right? And with the 5 of Pentacles and the Emperor here, it kind of feels like things were just moving too slow. They weren't going like you expected. There was more loss than gain here. Yeah. And it could have been, too, with the 5 of Pentacles, yeah, you were losing something here. And so it could just be time, to be honest with you. The feeling like, am I wasting my time putting my energy into something that just isn't showing up? I mean, for real. And the reason I said all that about love is because this could be a relationship for you. That's the way these readings are. These readings are whatever wants to come out. I personally don't feel like it's love because of the absence of cups. But you will know what this is for you. This is definitely something that you had started in the spring. Okay? And let's just say there's a rebirth here for sure. But, lack and doubts is here. And this is your good news, Sagittarius, by the way. This is your good news. I mean, you had a lot of doubts about this, to be honest. And it's funny because you had doubts, but you also had desire. You thought this was going to be the ticket to, legacy, to lasting stability, to really building something for your future. And not just for you, but your family, whatever. But it didn't happen, is what I'm saying. Or what I'm feeling. It's not even that it's displaying it, but with the 6 of Swords, it kind of feels like it didn't work out the way you planned. And you know, you have to, of course, do what's best for you. You know, at some point when we're doing things, even when we're on, you know, a life purpose or whatever, a dream, we have to kind of have that point. Even though, you know, we say don't give up, and you clearly didn't want to give up on this, to be perfectly honest with you. You didn't want to give up on it, but you felt like you had to, you know. But I don't think that, and keep that in mind, that, you know, decisions is here, which is very Two of Wandsy, right? There's two ways to go. I keep going, or, you know, for you, it feels like I keep going or I don't. But I don't feel like you made a decision either way. Like the Ace of Swords is here with the Nine of Wands and the Death card. And I really kind of feel, Sagittarius, like you didn't make a decision because you sensed there was a possibility, right? A possibility that it could change. Because you have the Nine of Wands here, which is about perseverance, about not giving up. But at the same time, you couldn't devote your energy to it anymore, waiting for it to change, you know? And so you were very honest with yourself about that. And it probably didn't feel great, right? It probably didn't. And this was something new. And your mind, you felt very, I don't know how you felt about it, to be honest. Because the Page of Swords is here, right? It kind of made sense and kind of didn't. With the Page of Swords, it kind of feels to me like it was something that you learned. It could be something that you learned elsewhere, that you were willing to explore, right? Because you, like, you felt as if it was good for you at some point. Like the little bit that you had learned about it, you felt like it would be a good thing. You felt like it would build stability for you. You know, even a foundation. It seemed like it was sturdy. You know, that even if this was an idea, it seemed like a good idea. So you did plant seeds, right? You did plant seeds, but it kind of feels like in the end, you couldn't risk anything. That's the point, okay? But, you know, rebirth is here for winter. And, you know, there has been some sort of change here. Maybe it's like something you find out that there's a spark of life here. But here's the thing, Sag. Seven of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. You're not sure if you want it now. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. You know, I can tell you that it doesn't feel, though, like you put a full commitment into it, especially with Page being here. This is like exploratory, you know, let's see if this could work, right? Because Saturn is here with party, actually, and facade. You weren't really convinced it could work. You were going on intuition, and it had seen some growth in the summer. Like this could have been like a rapid growth, like all of a sudden it had some growth, right? And so you were starting to believe in it, starting to want to take action towards it. But I just kind of feel like you didn't totally believe in it. I feel like that's part of it. I said what I said, Sag. So let's look at this. So Two of Swords, you're still conflicted about it. Ten of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. You're kind of feeling like you don't know. Now, it's strange that the only cups should be the Ten of Cups reversed. Seriously. I feel like you're just in this spot where you're not sure if it is the right thing anymore. You're not sure you love it anymore. You're not so sure that you just shouldn't focus on a different idea or a different opportunity. Four of Swords, so you're thinking about it. Four of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the Hangman. And I feel like the turnaround has to do with other people. So there may be this big possibility that other people are coming to you. And this is how this happens, saying they want to help you. They want to work with you, work together with you to make this work. And I just feel like you're in Hangman energy. Like, I don't know. And the reason you don't know, Sag, is because it's going to require you to go all in. You didn't do that before, right? But before, you didn't have the backing of other people either. And with the Eight of Pentacles, though, it's going to take a lot of work. King of Pentacles, King of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. You definitely are going to have to work together with others. I can tell you that. You are going to work together with others. And there is someone here who really inspires you to do it. Who is trying to show you the Wheel of Fortune. It's time for this to succeed. It's time for this to succeed, you know. And it's funny because you show up as the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. And we're seeing the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So clearly there was another person involved. Who probably gave you the idea in the first place. But you kind of lost your... I don't know, you lost your want for it, to be honest, and just wasn't sure it was worth the work. But they're telling you, because they're showing you how it worked for them, how it can work. So this person's actually, you know, showing up as your hype person. I feel like you're still not sure. Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Star. Like you're still not sure this is right for you, right? And it may cause an argument with this person, like, because this is a difference of opinion. You actually don't see this thing the same way that they see it, you know, but you are open to this. And they kind of, I do feel like this person really inspires you. With good reason, Sagittarius. Queen of Swords, the Empress, the Fool. It's like you have no idea how good this is. So this person's actually right about that. Look, the Emperor and the Empress too. You know, they're actually right about this. And this, you know, this could be partnership. This could be the person or people who are working with you towards this. And this actually gets you a lot of attention. With the Three of Pentacles, I don't even think that you realized that it was getting attention because you mostly gave up on it. But with the Three of Pentacles, people really started noticing. You started all of a sudden getting attention for this. And so it's really, really interesting here, Sag. You know, and since these are all matched couples, you work really well with this person, and it feels like you respect this person, okay? So it's not that what they're saying you're not taking seriously. You're just not sure that it's for you now, you know? And if you wanted to look at this in terms of relationships, same thing. Same thing, Sag. Just saying. You're not sure your heart's in it. And that is the gist of the gist, Sag. That's the gist of the gist. So let's take a look and see if there's anything else you need to know about this. Interesting. Very interesting, to be quite honest with you. So let's use these cards. Is there anything else Sagittarius needs to know about this that they don't know? Or why should this be important to Sagittarius? Why should this be important to Sagittarius? It could be, too, that people start to ask you about it and you're like, oh, I don't even do that anymore. And they're like, why? I loved it. Yeah, I said what I said. Okay, so why should Sagittarius care about this? Why should Sagittarius care about this? Why should Sagittarius care about this? Four of Swords. Why should Sagittarius care about this? I was hearing it was going to allow for you to get out of this, like, especially if you're in a heavy grind culture, you know, work, work, work. It is going to free up time for you. It could actually provide freedom for you. Interesting. Why should Sagittarius care? You still have your doubts. But there is definitely information that is going to... It also may be you haven't been listening to your intuition about it. Yeah, kind of like... you just didn't believe it. You didn't believe it. You know, and maybe with the Three of Swords being reversed, you're starting to see that, hey, this would be great. You know, that's just like when, I remember when that book, The 4-Day Work Week, came out. No one believed it, right? We don't believe what we're conditioned to believe. We have to put 40 plus hours in to succeed or work 4 or 5 jobs. And I feel like that may be part of it for you. Eight of Pentacles. Interesting with the Two of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, there is some energy of, yeah, I mean, it would require from you to put the commitment in. But with the Two of Cups, it's going to give you more options in life. More options for your own freedom. It's kind of going to set you free. Yes. Oh my gosh. With the Queen of Wands, it literally will make you unstoppable. Right? And I feel like this other person is helping you to see the possibilities. This person may be a friend. They know how you think, right? They know how you think. And so, yeah, I feel like you go from being doubtful to not being doubtful to just saying, you know what? I don't know, but I'm going to go for it. And I feel like you're going for it. Yes, the Fool. Because you're not going to be in it alone. You're definitely not going to be in it alone. It feels as if you have support. You have people who want to work with you. And maybe this person also is a partner in this. That it does feel as if they really want to help you. You know, if this is about a relationship, you do have a renewed passion for it. And you are kind of seeing, you know, but at the end of the day, there's no guarantees in life. There's no way to know whether something is going to work or not. At some point, we have to take a leap of faith. And I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like that's what you're doing, Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. Again, with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Lovers, the Six of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Yeah, you're not doing this alone. And I feel like that's the difference. And whoever you're doing it with is just as invested in it as you are. Okay, Sag? Relationship, this feels like actually like a business or a path or whatever, but even if it's a relationship, you know, there's something really different, more of a sense of working together this time around. You know, I feel like in the past, this person may have just gave you the idea and you did it and just didn't see it. And I think that a big part of it is that you weren't totally invested, you know? Wowza, Sagittarius. So let's get some words from the universe, huh? Some final words for you. That was an interesting reading, Sag. So what are the final words from the universe? Final words for Sagittarius. Final words. And at the end of the day, you know, wow, it is actually going to free up time so that you can have adventures. And I love that. Enjoy your life. Ugh. Yep, mending is here. Definitely a rebirth. Observer reversed and by the book reversed. They're kind of telling you that there is something about it, and particularly like everything, there's a process to everything, right? That you weren't looking at. Maybe you expected results a little bit quicker than you should have. You know, maybe you saw only problems. But time to go reverse. Wow. It just, they weren't there. It was just a matter of this was going to take time. Or you're figuring out what you missed in this. Okay, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you, Toodles.